Yo, what's up? What's down, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another movie review. This is my second one on the channel. I like doing these. These are very fun. I told y'all I'm gonna keep doing these, keep watching these films. I love watching movies, dissecting them, analyzing them, all that good stuff. So for this movie, gonna be called Love and Monsters. Stay tuned. You play the intro. Yeah.
Pancake.
Let me tell you what the movie is about. But first, hold on. I know y'all see me. I got my notes. Just like last video, I'm prepared. Got my notes. Stapled it too. Yes, sir. I'm about that staple life. Alright. I watched the trailer. 7 years after the Monsterpocalypse, Dawson, played by Dylan O'Brien, very good actor. He was in the Maze Runner films, the series, if you've seen those. Alright, first thing we're talking about is the acting, man. The acting in this movie was pretty good. I'm gonna show y'all a scene from the movie, a clip from the movie right now. So in this scene, Dylan O'Brien is standing in front of a monster, but he's not reacting to the monster. What's he actually standing in front of? It's probably either a green screen or a guy in a motion capture suit or something. I don't know, but the acting was very good in this scene. I see a lot of actors nowadays, a lot of movies nowadays, we see a lot of green screen, a lot of CGI, a lot of animation, stuff like that. So I feel like in a way it's harder, not really harder, but it's more difficult for the actors to show their true abilities. I mean, no, not their true abilities, but it's harder for them to act because it's, you know, there's nothing there. It's just a green screen. It's like a sheet, or they're replacing it with CGI or something. I think this what really shows the true talent of actors, and this actor Dylan O'Brien, because he's not. There's nothing there. It's not a monster. It's just either a person or a green screen. So you know, it's true acting, I would say. So it's very good. Next topic. Sorry about that. That's something we know. Sorry. The monsters. The monsters are very good. They look really good in this movie. Really good. This movie is set in a post-apocalyptic type of environment, run down by monsters. So it's really set in the forest and the trees, sticks, leaves. So when you're creating the monsters, you have to make them look like their environment that's being inhabited by, you know, or run down or whatever. So they look disgusting. I know there's one scene, I hate frogs. I cannot stand frogs. I'm not scared of frogs. It's just I might be scared of frogs. I might be. They're really disgusting. So there's one scene, this big ass, giant ass, freaking literally a bullfrog. It looks giant and disgusting. He's green, has like sticks in him. I think he uses his long tongue to reach out and kind of, Dylan O'Brien said, lasso his victims or whatever. Leaves all around him, green slime and crap all over. Look, it looks really good. I don't like frogs, disgusting, hate them, but it looks really good. The animation, the design, how they correlate to the forest and everything, it looks really good. The environment. The character relationship in this movie, I think it was very strong, very compact, very what you do to hamburger meat is very strong, it's very good. So in one scene, as Joel goes to leave his colony to look for his girlfriend, he meets up with some new people called Clyde and Minnow. Actually, before we talk about Clyde and Minnow, whenever his parents died, he had no one to teach him how to fend for himself. He had no one to teach him how. He didn't know how to learn the ropes. He didn't know anything, you know. He didn't have no one to teach him how to kill off the monsters, fend for himself, anything like that. So when he met Clyde and Minnow, they basically taught him how to shoot his what do you use, a bow and arrow, I think, or crossbow. They taught him how to shoot his crossbow right. Taught him the different foods, different plants he could actually eat and not eat. The different monsters he could kill and not kill, because some of them are friendly, so obviously don't kill them. You know, they could be your friends. I mean, big ass monster as a friend? Hell yeah. You know, so they taught him a lot of stuff that he didn't know how to do. Another character relationship that I loved, that was very great. It was him and the dog. So in one scene, if I remember correctly, it was the bullfrog scene I was talking about. Yeah. Frogs. So, when he seen the bullfrog, he didn't know what to do, because first time coming face, not really first time, but first time actually having to try and kill a monster by himself. He didn't know what to do. So, he got slung around, of course, the bullfrog. Slammed into a fence. He got up and ran. I guess he got knocked down or something, and the dog came. Dog came and saved him. I don't know how the dog did it. Dogs are badass. Saved him. So after they did that, they ran into a bus, a hideout where the dog was actually staying. The dog's name is Boy, by the way. If I didn't say that. They ran into a bus that the dog was actually staying in. And then, so they sat there for a while, they started talking, and they got to know each other. Well, I mean, dog didn't talk back, obviously, because dogs can't talk, but, you know, by body movement and language, stuff like that, Joel understood where the dog was coming from. And one scene, the same bus scene, Joel goes to lay on a bed, and he sees like a little red skirt. He's like, what is that? He goes to pick it up, and Boy growls, and he's like, oh, this must have belonged to your owner. You're lost too. I'm lost. You're looking for your owner. I'm looking for my girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? The connection, the character connection, that's great. I love it. So they started talking. They got to know one another, and then of course the dog joined them on this long journey to look for his girlfriend. And along the journey, they all started connecting with one another, learning about each other, you know, past lives, their families, people they've lost, stuff they're learning. So yeah, very good job. Good hamburger meat. Shit was strong. Good job. Alright, so towards the end of the movie, the last 20-25 minutes, after you've already reached the climax of the movie, so you got the last 20 minutes, it's in every movie. So, Joel actually he finds his girlfriend, finds out what colony she's staying in, and some new villain, not really a villain, but he's a villain, but villain's kind of a cool ass word. I'm just saying bad guy. So, they meet this new bad guy. They don't know he's a bad guy yet, until he eventually drugs them all, and then ties them up. So, I guess he's wanting to try and take over their colony, trying to take their food and everything, and then he's wanted to go on this cruise ship and live on the ocean. I don't know. It didn't really make sense. I don't know. I felt that was a little fast-paced, but overall, I mean, it was. Look at my notes. It was good. It was good. Alright, so the moral of the story, I feel like what it was trying to teach you, what I learned from it. Helping others, taking them in times of crisis, helping them learn new stuff, new ideas, new tricks, new tips, tricks, stuff like that. Breaking out of your shell. I feel like Joel, he was, you know, your basic, not really basic, because he had a lot of in-depth characteristics about him, but he was really your basic teenage, kind of wimpy, fearful, not really shy. He wasn't really shy, but he was scared of a lot of stuff. He was scared to try new things, I believe. He was, yeah. As I'm thinking about it more, that makes sense. He was scared to try new things. He was very fearful. That's just the main thing. He was very fearful. Learning to break out of your shell, breaking out of your scared bubble, you know. Learning to do that. Like I said before, he was scared of being alone. I think that's one of the main things. Scared of being alone. And learning how to cope with being scared of being alone. Yeah. That's good. That's good. I mean, he's living in a new apocalyptic world. He doesn't know how to cope with it. Family's dead. Friends is dead. He meets new friends, of course, in his new colony. His family is very good to him. His new family is very good to him. I was like, first seeing the movie, you know, they're mean to him, but they're not like actual dickheads to him, you know. They're actually like joking around with him. They're loving. They actually care for him. So as he goes to leave his colony and looks for his girlfriend, I forgot my water. My lips is dry. As as he leaves his colony to look for his girlfriend, you know, obviously he's scared of being alone. He's alone. So whenever he meets Clyde and Minnow, and he meets Boy, the dog, you know, he starts. It's like different stages in the movie. That's what I like about it. It's different stages. One stage is he's fearful. He's shy. The next stage is he's beginning to learn to grow out of that shyness, fearfulness. The third stage is he's broken out of. He knows who he is now. He knows what his purpose is. He knows how to deal with stuff now. Learn new stuff. He's got a whole journal, a whole book. He writes down all the new plants, all the new animals, everything he's seen, how to kill them, how to stop them, what are actually friendly, what are not. So yeah, very, very good, very good, very good. Alright, last thing is recognizing the people that truly love you. So as Joel is actually meets with his girlfriend, or they're not dating now, but he's basically really obsessed with her because, you know, in high school, obviously, he sees this girl that they really connect with each other. And so towards the last 20 minutes of the movie, she's like, you know, basic cliche, she's like, oh, I don't love you anymore. And he's like, oh, damn, wait a minute. I just left my colony to the people that actually loved me, the people that cared for me. What am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? But then, like, after that, the last 10 minutes, she's like, wait a minute, I actually do love you. And they kiss, and then he still leaves, though. He still leaves to go back to his actually people that loved him. But I guess they're still dating. I don't really know about that. But recognize the people that truly love you. So she doesn't love him, so he goes back to his colony, to the people that actually love him, that actually care for him. And yeah, one great big family reunion. Now that I think about it, I think she actually did love him. I don't know how they did. Like the last 20 minutes, she didn't love him. She's like, but Joel, I've changed. You know, I don't love you anymore. We haven't seen each other in 7 years since high school. It's changed. And then like the other half, 10 minutes of it, it's like, wait a minute. She's like, wait a minute, Joel, I actually do love you. I was like, what? But you know, the spark was rekindled. I guess she's seen something in him that made that connection re-spark. You know, so I don't know. I don't really understand that though. I don't know. I gotta think about that again. I don't know. Yeah. So that goes back to the whole bad guy situation I was talking about. How the movie introduced a new villain in the last 20 minutes of the movie. So when you introduce a new character, you don't really get to know that character. When you introduce a new character, the last 20 minutes of the movie, you don't really get to know that new villain. You don't know his backstory or anything like that. So it doesn't, whenever he gets killed off, it's not like, oh, damn. You know, there wasn't really much to dive into. Same with this love story. The love story is there, but like I said again, the last like 20 minutes, first she loved him, and then she didn't love him, and now she loves him again. It's like the last 20 minutes were like overall though, besides all of that, the movie was fantastic. It was an amazing movie about love and monsters. Basically what it is, love and monsters. So overall, with everything I've talked about, the amazing acting skills, the monsters, the way they look, the character relationship was very, very strong. That was my favorite part of the movie, the character relationship. So everything I've talked about, I'm gonna give this movie an 8.5. You said 8.5, why not an 8? Because the dog lived, that's why. I love dogs, man. I have a very, very sensitive heart for dogs. So when the dog lived, that's an extra 5 points. Just because the dog lived, yes. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what movie I should do next. I already know what movie I'm going to do next, but your ideas matter too. Go watch this movie if you haven't watched the movie. This isn't a new movie. It's not 2021 or 2022. This is, I think it was 2020, but it was still a good movie. Still a good movie. Go watch it. Go watch it. Love you guys. Stay hungry, stay humble. Peace.